Hey, Shalom Akim, Shalom, Shalom. All right, Tawad Barakar, good morning to you all. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branch down here in Williamsburg, Pennsylvania. Coming with another lesson through the Spirit. All right, quick lesson. And, just want to get this going real quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in his truth under. All right, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Okay, so I want to touch on this real quick. What Pete Hegseth has just said, and I just want to get a couple precepts, because remember, there is no wisdom in taming. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me turn these notifications off real quick. All right, there is no more wisdom in taming. You see what I'm saying? All right. As a matter of fact, I think I'll start with that. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 7. It says concerning Edom. All right, Edom. Who is Edom? Esau is Edom. And the Edomites are those who consist of those primarily of those who call themselves Caucasians. All right, or self-proclaimed white people. You know what I'm saying? This is their house. Okay. And as the children of Israel have multiple tribes, so does the house of Edom. Okay, and their head tribe is Amalek, those who call themselves JOOs. You see what I'm saying? So it says concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Taman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? All right. So let's listen into this video real quick.
They want our sons and daughters to fight another war. Pete Hegseth, we are asking American taxpayers to fund the world's greatest military. We are asking mothers and fathers across America to trust us with their most precious resource, their sons and daughters, and we will honor their trust and sacrifice. So in other words, they want us to fight another bankers and politicians war and fight another war for this country that we can't talk about with the white flag and the blue star on it.
Bam. Straight up and down. All right. Everyone can see it now. Everyone can see it now. And this is coming from the president of peace. All right. The president of peace has called for you to send your sons and your daughters to help him stop endless wars. All right. Go figure that level of irony. You see what I'm saying? And we told you that this was coming, man. We told you that this was coming. We told you that that these jokers was gonna take you to war. You know what I'm saying? They was going to further the devices of the crafty. You know what I'm saying? Of the elites, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But don't take my word for it. Don't take his word for it, man. All right, listen to the devil himself. Check it out.
We will deter war. We will advance our interests. We will defend our people. Peace is our goal. And in service of that objective, we will always be ready to fight and win decisively if called upon. As part of this mission, we are asking American taxpayers to fund the world's greatest military. We're asking mothers and fathers across America to trust us with their most precious resource, their sons and daughters. And we will honor their trust and their sacrifice.
All right. Listen again.
We will deter war. We will advance our interests. We will defend our people. Peace is our goal. And in service of that objective, we will always be ready to fight and win decisively if called upon. As part of this mission, we are asking American taxpayers to fund the world's greatest military. We're asking mothers and fathers across America to trust us with their most precious resource, their sons and daughters. And we will honor their trust and their sacrifice.
All right. So that tells you a couple things. That tells you that one, this country does not have the money that they say they have anymore. You know what I'm saying? All right, this place is broke. Because he started off by asking Americans to fund the military. You know what I'm saying? While they have endless blank checks to throw at war. You see? That's one. Number two, all right, they're blatantly telling you that they don't have the numbers to increase their military presence. They don't have the numbers to deal with all these different conflicts. All right, you have the conflicts that's going on with Venezuela right now. Okay, everybody knows that it's based off of a lie. And just as Colonel Douglas McGregor has said, this is insane. This is insane because, you know, it's not going to go as smoothly as you think it will. You see what I'm saying? All right. And these Israelites over there in the southern Americas, you know what I'm saying, of the northern tribes, all right, they're not going to allow you to do this thing to them again. You know what I'm saying? All right. We saw what happened in you know, one of the Latin countries where they chopped off homeboy's head, you know what I'm saying, who was I think he was a mayor. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not going to go well for them. All right, it's not going to go well for them. And then let's say when they go for Venezuela, who's to say that all these other Latin tribes, you know what I'm saying, of the other countries in Latin America won't jump in and fight their asses, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, we have Russia that's sending in, you know what I'm saying, they're sending in their military, sending in their troops and whatnot and their weaponry to assist. So you have problems on that front. You also have problems on the front with Russia and Ukraine. Okay? And that's a losing battle. You see what I'm saying? Then you have to deal with the fact that NATO and the UK and the EU are starting to turn away from America. You see? I believe it was Elon Musk who just called for the EU to disband, okay, and be destroyed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This is where it's coming to. All right? Then you also have China. China can turn around and take Taiwan. All right? Any day they wish. And then you have to deal with that front. And then you also have these small hats over there in the Holy Land. You know what I'm saying? All right? Satan Yahoo could you know, he could strike. All right? Unprovoked. And then they got to deal with Iran's retaliation. You see? They're fighting Syria. They're fighting Lebanon. They're fighting Yemen. All right? They don't have the numbers. They don't have the numbers. They're making enemies out of their own allies. Canada is looking at America sideways now. You know, they're spending all these billions of dollars on some type of, you know, golden dome. You see? They don't have the funding. They don't have the bodies. So let's get this in Psalms chapter 140. All right, Psalms 140 verse 1. It says, "Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war." All right? Continually are they gathered together for war. You know, but they're in a conundrum right now because all these all these American citizens, they're not the same American citizens as they were. I'm saying? This is not the same generation as their fathers and grandfathers. You know what I'm saying? All right, you done poisoned the food. You done made all these Americans docile. You done poisoned them with social media. All right, literally, we're in an age now. We're in an age now where the youth, all right, teenagers. We're talking about teenagers, high schoolers. They're having a hard time simply writing a paragraph. They're having a hard time writing a simple paragraph. This is what you brought. Okay? So now you expect these same people, all right, the same generation, to go and put their lives on the line. All right, for a cause that they don't even know how to believe in. You see? All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 30. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They became as women. They have burned their dwelling places. Her bars are broken. You see? These people don't want to fight no more. They ain't got it in them, man. They ain't got it in them. Tell these jokers to do 10 push-ups, man. They can't do that. They can't do that. Tell them to climb this wall using this rope. They can't do that. You see what I'm saying? Your military done lowered its standards, its physical standards, physical requirements. All right? People who are overweight can get up in there. All right? Women can get up in there. And we know what happens when war jumps off, you know what I'm saying, and bullets start flying. Is a woman going to stand there for the cause? No, man. She went into the military for a paycheck. And all these kids have done the same. All right? Men and women, like the scriptures say, they have become as women. You see? They become as women. And what are women, you know what I'm saying, in the grand scheme of things? They're pretty much shiftless. They're shiftless, man. You know what I'm saying? When conflict breaks out, who's the first one to scream? You see? Who's the first one to lose their cool? It's women. And these are the same. I remember this one dude had a vision, and he said that there were young men who were in the military, all right, and they was charging after this tree in the field or what have you, and they were all using their guns like they don't know how to use them. You know what I'm saying? They were all just charging in, and they was just dropping like flies. And this is exactly what's coming, man. All right, the scriptures tell you that they're going to perish in these wars. They are going to perish in these wars. Let's get that real quick. All right, 2 Esdras chapter 16, and let's go to verse 33. It says, verse 33, 2 Esdras chapter 16. It says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. You see? So this thing's about to pop off, man. You know what I'm saying? You've enjoyed going around the world, all right, taking all the resources that you want, all that you wanted, but now it's not the same way anymore. All right, it's not going to, like I said, it's not going to end the same way that you thought it would. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Okay? So the tables are about to turn, man. Okay? Trust us with your most precious resource, you know what I'm saying, your sons and daughters. Who talks like that? Who speaks like that, man? Who are his sons and his daughters, are they his greatest resource? You see what I'm saying? Is Barron Trump going to go up and enlist? Is he going to be drafted? You see what I'm saying? Trust us with your greatest resource. It says that this is Isaiah 47:8. All right, let's hit this, man. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 7. It says, "And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it." All right? They thought that they was going to be a lady forever. America's going to be the lady of liberty forever. You know? Verse 8, it says, "Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments." Let's end this off in Revelation chapter 18. All right. Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4, it says, "And I heard another voice from heaven coming, saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she had filled to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously off of everyone's resources, off of everyone's you know land, off of everyone's, you know, gold and oil and all these types of things that they've acquired through ill-gotten gains. You know what I'm saying? How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai who judgeth her. Kohala Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim Chakwadash. All right. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, for my grown in this truth under. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.